What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna make a video that you guys have been asking for a long time. About 2 years ago I made a tier list of bowls, I did in Portuguese, and a lot of people still today watch that video, even people that speak only English. They watch it and they ask me for a new tier list of bowls. So I was waiting for the new Crucible come out so I could make this new tier list. So let's go. First I just need to tell something in Portuguese to the Brazilian community, and then we're gonna go to the video, ok? Galera, vamos fazer um tier list aqui dos arcos, tá? Eu vou fazer em inglês. É só ativar a legenda aí, galera, e mudar pra português, que o YouTube traduz pra você aí. Eu falo inglês bem devagarinho, é bem tranquilo de entender, tá bom? E também, galera, vem aqui no fórum, vou deixar o link aí na descrição. Vou deixar o link aí do fórum pra você poder comentar aqui você loga na tua conta no Albion, vai no fórum e vem aqui, comenta e pede um rework, escreve alguma coisa em inglês, dá um like no post. Vamos forçar a SBI fazer um rework nos arcos, tá? Porque do jeito que tá, não dá, os arcos estão muito fracos. Guys, I have a huge favor to ask you guys. So before I start making the tier list, this is the forum, Albion Online forum. I'm gonna leave the link right there in the first comment. So you guys, I need your help, guys. Go to Albion Online website, log in on your account, come to the forum, and create your account on the forum. It's pretty simple. And come over here, guys. I will leave the link right there on the first comment. You're just gonna click on it and leave a comment. You're gonna like it, you're gonna click it. You see bow, W spells, kits, and passive spells need to work. Some ultimate need attention. So I wrote over here, a lot of people already liked the post and a lot of people made comments. So let's make some noise. Let's ask for help to SBI to fix bows or rework bows, because the way that it is right now, it's really bad. We need some rework on the bows. So if you like my contents, if you like what I do over here, if you like to play bows, let's do it, guys. This is the only way that we can make them hear us, and something needs to be done, okay? So let's go to the video. So I will rank each bow over here, and I will talk a little bit about it. Remember, guys, this is my opinion. I am a bow player, I only play bows, and this is my opinion. And I play all the bows over here, so I know how everything works in each content. So I know pretty good about any bows over here. I know how they work. I try them all, and I mean, that's no bullshit here that I'm talking about, okay? So, and this is my opinion about it. So let's start with I think the music is too low. It's too high, so let's start. Okay, guys, let's start with the crystal bow, the new bow. All right, so the new bow is ear tier. It's pretty bad, guys. This bow here is really bad. That's nothing that can be done. I mean, I don't see this bow working. It's really bad. It needs more damage. I tested, I played Mists today for about 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's crazy. It's really bad. You know that you don't have any mobility. I don't know why they call this a mobility weapon. That's zero mobility in this weapon. I mean, that's negative mobility in this weapon, because when you use the spell, you jump, you go to the sky, and you lose all the space that between you and your enemy. So in many situations, when I was playing this bow against the melees, they were waiting for me to land. So it's a negative mobility weapon. So I don't know why they call this a mobility weapon. It's zero. It's negative mobility weapon. I think that's the first weapon in the game that you lose mobility when you play it. So the damage is pretty low. The arrows is really hard to land. That's nothing special. It doesn't slow the enemy. It doesn't, give any damage by second. It's pretty bad. You still take AoE damage when you're on the sky. So I mean, it's a really bad weapon, and um, they need to work hard to make this looks good. To make this get good, you know. The way that it is now is completely trash. Nobody's going to play this ball. The people are testing now in the first week, but in 2-3 weeks, nobody's gonna play this shit. So let's move forward. Let's talk about Warbow. Okay. Um, I would say Warbow is. Let me thinking about it. I'll say Warbow is C tier. Okay. Warbow is C tier. I like Warbow, is one of my favorite weapons, but what's going on is the damage of the E is good. The damage is good, but the problem with this ball is the E is too slow, so it's very easy to dodge. When you play the mist, man, like people keep you walking like back and forward. They do fake engages, they do zigzags. I mean, man, you it's almost when the people are far away from you, it's almost impossible to hit them. And also there are a bunch of squirrels in the mist that they block your E all the time. And the E, each E, a tier 8 bow consumes 50 energy. So you only have like 4 or 5 shots in a fight before you start running out of mana. So I mean, sometimes it works depending on the match. I do really good against cursed players or fire players or crossbow players, but against like melees, it's pretty bad. You know, it's really hard to make work. Sometimes we do make work, but I mean, it needs some attention. You know, maybe it need you know, it need to be work. I believe this ball, man. I would say the ultimate would be good if he like exploded when he hit the enemy, so it give AoE damage, so it make it easy to level up. Because this is surprisingly, this is one of the bows that beginners love to start playing with. So it's cheap and it looks cool, but you know it needs some buff for make it like good for PvE, and also the arrow needs to be faster, because the way it is now is pretty bad. So. But I mean, it's playable if you have good skills, and depending on the match of your enemy, you can make work. You know, in corrupted dungeons, you can work. So yeah. So let's talk about Wailing Bow. I will put Wailing Bow on D tier. In the past, Wailing Bow would be like E tier, but they did a really good buff on damage. But it's still not good, because the problem is not the damage. Sorry. The problem is not the damage, the problem is the range. Wailing Bow ultimate is only 24 meters range. This is ridiculous, because the spears, that spears that people use on ZVZ, that you throw that dark skills on the floor, it's a 24 meters too. So a bunch of other melees, they have a 24 meters spells that they throw. So it makes no sense, and they are always on the front line. They have extra HP, extra defensives, so they are always on the front line. So the 24 meters for them is good, but for a Wailing Bow that's back in the line, you know, in ZVZs, it doesn't. 24 meters is really bad. If they put this bow to 30 meters or at least 28 meters, this bow is gonna be really good for ZVZs. But at the moment, even from bomb squads or ZVZs, is really bad because of the range. The range is not enough. Okay. In the past, you know, this bow was strong because ZVZ was totally different in 2020, 2021, 2019. Because ZVZs, we didn't have too much defensives or disengage tankers in frontline. So we always could go like deep in the enemy blob and throw the arrow. But this today it doesn't work because we have too many defensives that disengage tankers in the front line, and so the arrow never reached the back of the line. So I believe if they buff the range to 28 meters, this bow is gonna become good. And even me, I would love to do ZVZs if they buff to 28 meters. I think it's gonna be a nice bow. So let's talk about regular bow. Okay, I will put regular bow on C tier as well. It works on corrupted dungeons. You can make it work on corrupted dungeons. You can make it work depending on the situation, depending of the other match. You can make work, maybe in a small scale fight, but you know, the damage is not that good. You have some mobility in this spell, which is good, and it's a weapon that does not do a lot damage because it's no regular attacks, and also you can get counter really nice, really good with the reflect. But depending how good your skills are, and depending where you're fighting your enemy, and depending what is the other match, it can work good, you know. But it has a good mobility. I have some videos playing this bow, but again, you need some love, I would say. Actually, not the ultimates, but maybe the W spells. You need some new spells or new passives to help this bow to shine a little bit more. But at the moment, he's a C tier. He's not good for PvE. He's really bad at PvE. But in PvP, depending on the situation, it can work nice, and depending how good you are. Okay, let's talk about longbow. I will put longbow on A tier. I'll put longbow in A tier. Okay, this bow is really good. The damage is insane. Of course, you have a 1.5 seconds casting that's easy to get cancelable, but the damage is insanely good, and the cooldowns is really good. Like, it's only 15 seconds. When you eat omelette, you have like 12 seconds cooldown, and bro, 12 seconds you can land this. Like, you put, like, if you were full spec with 8.1 still food damage foods, and you land a E every like 12 seconds or 13 seconds, bro, it's a lot of damage. For PvE, it also works nice in group, maybe solo sometimes. You can combine with Merc Jacket, which help you beginners to farm solo dungeons and PvE. But for PvP, it works nice, you know. If you have good skills, you can do some PvP solo, and also some PvP in small scale. And also some people even use this as a bomb squads, or also in ZVZs, which is not like the best weapon, but it also can work nice. Okay, so let's talk about wailing bows. Wailing bow, not wailing bow, whispering bow. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about whispering bow. I will put whispering bow E tier. I know some people like this bow, but honestly, guys, this bow is trash. It's completely trash. It's very easy to get counter with invis or reflect, and it's really bad. 1v1 is horrible. It's so bad 1v1. And in groups, sometimes people use this in Avalon roads or a small scale, but you know, a crossbow can do the same work, even better. But the damage, it doesn't feel that good. No, the attack speed that they give to you is pretty low. They should give you a high attack speed. And also, what the problem is with this bow is when you're fighting, let's say you 1v1 with your enemy, you need to, they increase, I believe, 30% of range of your regular attacks, but when you stop to hit, you hit 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and your enemy runs away because you have standing time to hit, or if your enemy is running to you and you need to stop and turn and hit, you lose the space and the enemy will get you. So you know, for this bow to be perfect, it should not have a standing time. You know, in the Ranger on Dota 2, you know, when you can hit and walk. So I mean, that would be the perfect, you know, you not having standing time while you using this bow. Oh, but that's gonna be too OP. Well, the bat, we already have that. I think it's the bat new stuff, the primal stuff, the bat that you become a bat. You do them like the fire attacks and you walk, so you can move while you're attacking. So it's the same shit. So the primal stuff, they already have this kind of ability. So why not this bow cannot have it, like no standing time while they are hitting? So that will make this bow go up in the rank. But at the moment it's pretty trash. It's really bad at PvE, really bad at PvP. Some people say that's good at gank. Guys, I do a lot of group ganking. I do a lot of group ganking. If you go to my YouTube channel, you're gonna see a lot of group ganking. And this bow is only good to dismount tier 3 horses or tier 4 horses. Because again, you're not gonna dismount like boars or bears or any mounts or armor horses, because again, that's not enough damage. You need to like the horse is gonna pass next to you, you're gonna start hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the horse is gonna be far away from you. So I try to gank with this weapon, and it's really bad. It's not the best weapon. Honestly, war bow is much better to dismount mounts than whispering bow, but for some reason people still try whispering bow in gank groups, which is crazy. I believe war bow is much better. Whispering bow sucks, even in my opinion, for ganking, dismounting other mounts. They're really bad. They don't have enough damage. They lose space between you and the mount when they're passing through, so you don't have mobility. So I don't think that's good. So that's my opinion. I'm gonna put like a Miss Piercer on B tier. This is one of my favorite weapons. It's really strong on Avalon roads. The damage of this is insane. The damage is insane, guys. You can like delete people with this bow. You can raise people with this bow. But the problem with this bow is we are too much dependent to Scholar Robe, or maybe Morgana Cape, because of the casting. So this is what makes this bow bad at the moment. But when you know how to play this bow and you are in a good group on Avalon Roads, bro, this bow is insane. It also works for group dungeons or I'll say Avalon Roads chests. It works nice for some kind of PvE. It's not the best PvE weapon, but it works nice in some PvP, PvE content, not like end game PvE. But it works nice. You can do some decent PvE, group PvE with this bow. But again, it's not the best PvE weapon. But if you know how to play and if you are strong enough, you can do a lot of damage. And in PvP, it's really good, man. Like small scales PvP, and some large scales of bomb squads. This bow here is insane. I wish they could make this bow not too much dampened of Scholar Robe, but you know, this bow, it was designed to do what he does, and he does really good. I mean, it's not the most complete weapon. It's not the most complete bow, but you know, he was designed to go deep in the black line and whoop 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 and deal a lot of damage. And he does that really good, so that's why he's B tier. So let's talk about Bow of Badon. Well, Bow of Badon's A tier, and why is because the Bow of Badon is complete. It's a complete weapon. You can deal damage, you can kite, you can do some PvE, solo, group PvE. You can do group PvP or a small scale PvP or solo PvP. You can fight against 2 enemies or 3 enemies alone. And it's the best bow for beginners. So if you're beginners and you want to start playing bows, this is the best bow that I recommend. So yeah, guys, this is the best. This is my tier list. Leave in the comments that if you agree with me or not. But this is how I believe, it's my opinion, and how bow looks right now. And don't forget to come over here on the post that I made and help us to make some noise so SBI can rework the bows. At the moment, guys, if you're beginning and you watch this, bows are not the best weapon to start. If you are a beginner, go to another weapon, go to swords, axes, primal stuffs, but don't come to spears, but don't go to bows, because bows at the moment are very weak. We are fighting against the SBI, so they can do it some real work on the W spells and also passives to make bows viable again, because the way that it is right now is pretty bad. You know, bow is probably the weakest 3 weapon in the game. So yeah, guys, I hope you like it, you enjoy it, and let's go, guys. Thank you so much. That's it.